This your boy Carcino here, and yeah, I saw the David Banner situation with Lyfe Jennings at the Black Lives Matters or this little meeting. They coming together. They're doing the right thing, with Tyrese and everybody there. This college all crazy, but people were coming together for a reason. They were coming together to come up with ideas on how to make things better. Things that people should have been doing a long time ago, as far as people of influence, of people of color, getting together saying, how can we stop what's been going on around here so that people will start taking it more serious and value the lives that they're taking because, somebody's dead. You can cut them a check, but you can't bring back their life. No matter how much money you give them, it's not worth the person's life. So you're looking at a situation where both sides are going to be very explosive, and then you have people in here who want to rev up people and get attention and get a movement or a revolution started because it draws attention to them. And people like David Banner. I like David Banner as when not as a rapper, but he was a smart businessman at first. He was a producer in the game. Once his star started to fade away, he went into acting, and once his acting didn't take off into the realms of the areas he thought he should be going in, and felt like they kept coming at him with stereotypical roles, he started to see where most of these rappers go when the well dries up. They become the cotton candy preachers that that everybody else been known to see. So they want to use their little notoriety of fame to start talking about the condition and be the leaders. And it's like, who selected them? You seen Jeezy, now he's trying to be a reverend. Now you see David Banner want to try to be a revolutionary, and we got to start doing action. And see, this is the kind of stuff that draws people to make the wrong decisions. Once you start thinking violence against violence, what you're doing is setting up the stage of what they want. You don't fight the war they want you to, the way they want you to fight it, because now you're giving them reason to say, okay, well, look, they're reacting with violence. What we're supposed to do, we have to protect ourselves. So I had to shoot them. Now we got to do a martial law. We got to do something because the Negroes are out of control. You're giving them an excuse. So Tyrese did the right thing, of course. He got in there and neutralized the situation. He got his daughter there. His people, families are there. But what David Banner is trying to say is that they need to be some action because they're saying, hey, they're killing your kids. What you gonna do? We killed your uncle. We killed this 13-year-old baby. What are you gonna do? And action need to be taken so that people will understand that this is serious. We do care. We're not finna just go and change the channel and go to the next subject. This has got to stop right now. And it's got to change right now. It can't be another one. And until that happens, until we come up with the right solution, then this problem is going to be the way that it is already, out of control. So everybody had a good idea and concept. Lyfe Jennings was very angry that David Banner's revving these people up to be confrontational towards the police because that's what they want you to do. And he's right. The only way you're going to come up off this situation is to start affecting people financially to where they gotta have to make changes because financially they're gonna be losing money. And you get with the right people and strategically come up with a plan to effectively affect them financially. Then I guarantee you, you're going to have more people making changes to try to make sure this doesn't happen again. You're going to have people saying, look, we're losing our urban dollars. I need what this is now. I got to go on vacation this year. I need my urban dollars, and this is not going to help. This thing needs to be stopped now. And collectively, what you have to do is stop the pollution. The pollution of what you're doing. Don't give them an excuse. Don't give them any back talk. Don't do anything. Just play the position right. Don't go shopping in the stores. Look for the black stores. Don't keep the dollar flowing away from the places that normally get it. And I guarantee you, you're going to see change happen. When they stop seeing money from the urban community the way they normally have inside the communities of the places that these violent areas have been taking place, they're big major corporations that normally get their big money off us, and they already rich. When the Walmart start losing money, when you start seeing all the major supermarkets lose money, so what if the mom and pop supermarket charge a little bit higher? Go there and shop for a while. Can you make that sacrifice for a bigger change to happen in your community? Start having people in your own community run for office. Vote for them people. Get these other people, vote them out of office. Start becoming part of your community and taking pride in what you do. Saying, look, this is our community. We got to keep it together. We got to police ourselves. You know, we're not finna have all this violence in this area. We can't have this going on, and everybody's around here getting a check. Because a lot of things are not being done about these video games. Everything is about shooting and violence in every video game that they send to these guys. And most of these guys are police officers now. Most of these guys play Call of Duty. All these other games that's shooting. Just recklessly shooting games. And look how many protocols have been broken by police officers due to these incidents of guns being drawn inexcusably. They're not even needed to be drawn at that time. I mean, you seen guys pulled over for selling CDs, guns drawn. You seen this guy just sitting in his car, guns drawn. This guy here walking with just a hoodie on, guns drawn. Guns drawn for no reason. And most of these people have tasers. So why is your gun drawn? Light out, gun drawn. It's not making any sense. And the problem is, if this was something that was happening on both sides of the fence, this wouldn't even be a problem. This seems to always happen when a Caucasian police officer is engaged against an African American or another person of color. It's tragic. It's completely tragic that we don't see that the other way around. I don't see black cops accidentally shooting white teenagers. You don't see that. They got guns. If it's such a frequent problem, there's white people that commit crimes, and I see cops go all out their way to keep from shooting them. Why that same approach isn't towards African Americans, I have no idea why we can't get that problem fixed when it's obvious. There need to be stricter penalties towards police officers, period. If you violate, not only are you going to lose your job, you're going to lose your pension, you're going to jail for murder, you're going to be you're going to be stripped of everything. Minimum 5 to 25 to life. I mean, lock them up forever. You kill one person, take their life, you doing life. You found guilty, life. Reckless homicide, life. for police officers. Why? Because they have license to carry guns. They have license to shoot. They are the law. They took an oath to obey that law. So if they break that law, the penalty should be substantial. That should be the penalty to it. And that's why I tell people like, oh, don't tell blacks not to aggravate the police. No, I'm saying let's be law-abiding citizens. I ain't saying go out and kiss the police butt. I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, don't give them a reason. I'm saying don't even go to arguing back and forth with them. It's they shooting and killing people. So if they shooting and killing people, I'm not finna argue with you back and forth. That's what I get a lawyer for. He gonna argue back with you back and forth. I ain't saying a word. What you want? This, hands up, whatever. Get this thing over with. As far as it's gonna go, arguing's gonna get you nothing. Fighting them is not gonna get you nothing but shot and killed. And for them to say, "See, I had to. He was arguing. He was fighting. He was killing," doesn't mean it doesn't help your case. You're better off not saying nothing, and whatever they arrest you for, they find it. You can take that right to court. Said, "I didn't say nothing to this officer. Except for I want my phone call. I want to speak to my lawyer." No need to argue with them. That's what I say by don't give them a reason, not just kiss the Mr. Police officer, but say, please don't kill him, Mr. Officer. I am not talking like that. But you get these people who use Black Lives Matter as promotion for themselves. You know, and we'll get into that later. It's a couple of people doing that. And I see them, you know, and I'm just like, this is phony. You know, this guy is so fake. You know. But anyway, I was glad that they actually had a sit down in the meeting and had people come out there and they can actually talk about ideas on what needs to happen. But that's what needs to happen. We don't need people running around shooting police. Okay? We don't need that. That's because that's only going to say, see, and I found it very convenient that the day after they've been 2 police shootings and murders videotaped on Facebook. I mean, you videotaped and put on Facebook, social media, 2 days back to back where the whole world can see it. The very next day, we got 5 cops dead in the big shooting. How convenient is that? Then they got, it was a lone gunman. Lone gunman killed 5 cops. You can't get one gunman to gun down one police officer and without getting caught. He got no hostages. He's black. And y'all don't want to go in there and take him out because of the Black Lives Matter situation after he done just shot 5 cops, 7 more than that. And y'all ain't talking about going in there to take him out immediately. You know, and talk about, we had a conversation. He was upset about Black Lives Matter. He said that he didn't like white people. He said, I'm like, he was very talkative to you guys before he went. How convenient. You sent a robot bomb over there and blew him up. How convenient. You know, it never amazes me when all these statements and all these things come out and the public and the states make this stuff. It's always when the person is gone and they're not here to talk for themselves. But they did a lot of talking before they are not here to talk anymore. No proof and no evidence of it except for what's coming out of their mouth. Why Dallas? Has a black police chief. Sounds better coming from his mouth, didn't it? A lot more easier to take than a white police chief coming out telling you that. More believable because the brother's going to tell us, right? How I think it went down like this. When he was behind there and they were talking to him. Come out with your hands up. Man, what's going on? Y'all been down here like y'all told me. What's going on, man? People shooting at me. Well, what's happening? Just stand there. We're going to send a robot in there to communicate with you. Boom. Now, headline. This man did the shooting. What have this country taught us? From the Kennedy assassination on. They are liars. This nation has taught you what? They lie. This country has told you what? They lie. This country is built on lies. Their history is lies. This whole country that we live in is built on lies. Everything was built on lies in this country. They can't even tell you the factual history of this place. That whole thing is a lie. Christopher Columbus, he came here and discovered America. Yay! They don't mention the slaughter and the genocide. None of that happens. It's amazing. All their history is a lie. Yes, they sailed to make sure to discover that the world wasn't flat. But there was already a globe discovered way before that. So if the world was flat, why did they already have a globe? As a matter of fact, the Queen had a globe in the picture when she's sending Christopher Columbus out to sea for America. So, more lies. Spanish-American War. Spain blew up the American ship. So we going to war with Spain. That's not what happened. We blew it up so we can make an excuse to go in there and invade Spain. We blame Spain. But we blew it up. Blew up our own ship. Collateral damage. Lies. Built on lies. We have been doing this since the beginning of time. Why would they change it now? Too convenient. Too convenient. When things are too good to be true, you got to question it all. So people have to be smarter. There need to be more penalties against police officers for this type of abuse. I mean, they got to be faced with life so they would know, like, it's serious. Not only am I losing my job, I'm losing everything. I'm losing my life in prison with no chance to get out. There need to be stricter penalties so they will be very careful about who they pulling their gun on and how they use their gun. But as long as you got police officers beating the case, they not being charged with murder, they just getting off with these shootings and people are getting checks, it's becoming ridiculous. So hopefully this time was the last time.